And you got a whole bunch of Americans helping them do it. And making them legitimate, supposedly. Well, you had, Hillary Clinton making them legitimate. If you think back to what she said, was it last year before?
And in fact, viewership of Al Jazeera is going up in the United States because it's real news. You may not agree with it, but you feel like you're getting real news around the clock instead of a million commercials and, arguments between talking heads and the kind of stuff that we do on our news, which, is not particularly informative.
No. Right, it's not. So you have to go to Al Jazeera to get the real news. The president said the same thing. And now give me the list of the anchors. Give me the list of the people that names that have now switched over, and 48 million homes. The American cable company, the American cable industry has decided, and you know what? Let's name them, shall we? Is Comcast on part of that? Is Time Warner on part of that? Is DirecTV part of that? Find out for me, will you? Because I know those three are three that refuse to carry the blaze. They're not going to carry the blaze, even though go read their Facebook page. Go read their Twitter page. Go read what people are saying to those three organizations. And no, they're not going to. They don't have room for an American-owned, American-operated, and a network that only serves America. They're not interested in that one. But Al Jazeera, we got to get that on the air right away. That's crazy.
And you talk about Americans not waking up. Here's what Mike Vaquera, who's longtime former NBC News veteran who now switched to Al Jazeera, will be the White House correspondent for them. And when he signed on with them, he says, I expected some comments from people unfamiliar with Al Jazeera. No, we're all too familiar with Al Jazeera. That's why you were expecting comments. But here's what he said. Out of 300 comments I had on Twitter, there were maybe 2 that hinted at any sort of problem. That this was a Middle Eastern terrorist organization.
Because two. You know why? Because they have spent millions of dollars redoing their image.
Yeah.
They have Madison Avenue doing overtime, revamping their image.
Oh, they've spent. The $500 million they spent with Al Gore to get Current TV was just the beginning.
Yeah.
So they have several other former anchors in addition to Mike Vaquera. They've got John Siegenthaler from NBC, David Schuster from MSNBC and NBC, Joy Chen, Ali Velshi, and Soledad O'Brien from CNN.
This is what you can do if you have chic oil money.
Yeah. Former ABC News executive Kate O'Brien was named president, so she'll head up the editorial operation.
It is really, really, really bad.
Think about this, though, for a moment. You were talking about it not recognizing your country. Think about in the moments after 9/11, when you have this network being, Al Jazeera being criticized by CNN, where a lot of these anchors came from, for harboring terrorists, essentially. Saying that they were hiding tapes that could help the effort in the war on terror intentionally to protect Osama bin Laden.
And then 12 years later.
They
work for them.
They're in. Yeah, first of all, they work for them. They're in 49 million homes, and a network that's American-owned with the perspective of half the country can't get on. Is that really where we are?
That's where we are.
Because that's why you have to. This is the perfect day. If you've been thinking about it, because I know a lot of people do this. You've been thinking about, I'm going to make that call. I'm going to call.
No, I think a lot of people. If I were in a car, I would not make the call. I would think, okay, that go Blaze, and somebody else can make that call, and that's good. But I'm not going to make that call. Today's the day. I'm telling you right now. They are taking money from your cable bill, and they are sending it overseas to Al Jazeera, so Al Jazeera can pump propaganda into America. They not only have all the Saudi oil money, they have your cable bill. You are funding Al Jazeera. Now, I'm not asking for less voices. More voices, the better. How about informed people? You have to inform yourself. It matters who owns a company. It matters. And, they're telling, the left smears and says, well, you can't trust the Blaze because Glenn Beck owns that. Glenn Beck, how about the people that were hiding tapes from Osama bin Laden? How about those people owning the network you are all in love with? This is an American-owned, American-operated, proudly American and not just rah, red, white, and blue, let's go conquer a nation, America. That's not what we believe in. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in small government. We believe in the power of the individual. We believe the world's about to change, and we're not going to be left in the dust. But we need your help. We need you to go to gettheblaze.com. This is not a marketing ploy. I do this because I believe it. I just said to the guys, I said, one of these days I'm just going to walk off. One of these days I won't be able to take it anymore. I'm just going to walk out. And I almost did it about 10 minutes ago. And you know what keeps me in this chair? I believe it. I believe it. I believe somebody's got to stand. We work our brains out, and I know you do too. And you are doing your calling in life. You are doing what you are supposed to do. And we are there to help you whenever we can. Whenever we can do, we're there to help you. Our job is to make you be the best at what you do. You don't have time to look at all of this stuff. You don't have time to follow all this crap. It's our job to figure out what's important and what you need to be able to make the right decisions for your life and for your country. That's my job. And if we do a good job, if you come here every day and you're like, they do a good job, good. Help us, help you, please. Help us, help you. Our voice has got to grow because Al Jazeera, the voice, quite honestly, the voice of the enemy. Oh, no, it's just Soledad O'Brien. Really? Sell me another shill. They have every right to be on. They have every right to be heard. I'm the guy who actually was criticized for selling books of the coming insurrection done by the socialist revolutionaries and the communist revolutionaries and the anarchists over in Europe because I said, read it. You got to know what these people are saying. But Al Jazeera has two faces, and I'm going to show you the other side of Al Jazeera tonight. I'm going to show you what they say in Arabic. I'm going to show you who they are tonight and why it matters on who owns a network. We need your help. I want you to go to gettheblaze.com. We have made some great growth, but there are companies like Comcast that's playing golf with the president last weekend. You think we're going to get Comcast? Meanwhile, the head of Comcast is playing golf. The next guy in charge of Comcast, he was a bundler for the president. You think we're going to get Comcast? Not without you. Not without you, and not without you actually being very active. I'm asking you, call 800-996-BLAZE or just go to gettheblaze.com and follow the directions there. Enough is enough.